This is the last of the archived videos and the end of an era for this channel. All 9-ball videos after this will include the break. There's also going to be a lot more 8-ball videos and 10-ball videos. As for the subject of this video, it's really rare for a seasoned pool player to miss an easy shot. The more common scenario and problem is bad position and leaving yourself difficult missable shots. I don't want to get too psychological here, but try to see yourself as two people who are supposed to be best friends and working together for one goal. One of the players is responsible for shooting the shots, and the other is responsible for gaining position for the player that's shooting shots. Therefore, if we're not playing up to our potential, one of those players inside of us is doing something wrong, and it's most often not the person taking the shot, but the person responsible for gaining position. So one of the players is making it hard on the other and not working as best friends and not living up to their potential, and you can go back to your childhood and try to figure out what went wrong, but that doesn't fix the problem. There's some kind of inner turmoil inside of you that just refuses to work together and remains self-destructive. So instead of sitting here and playing psychologist, I'm just going to say let's start working harder on our position play and making life easier for a shooter and basically easier on both of us. Are you following me here? So you've come a long way with your pool game, but you're still not there. And I'm going to ask you if you're working hard enough on your position play. Have you grown enough to realize what's really broke with your pool game, and have you grown enough to realize it's time to get to work on it? You can see we have a thin cut on the one ball, and it's too thin to go 2 rails like this. So I'm using the top rail with some right hand English in order to kill the angle off the top rail. But because it's such a thin cut, that English is going to take off the top rail. So I'm a little bit worried about it gripping too much and coming back and hitting the 3 ball and ending that run out just like that. But I worried a little too much about it, and I hit it a little bit too hard, and we wound up in really bad shape on the 2 ball to get here. And now, you make it hard on your shot maker. This shot is completely missable. And now I can't get the position I want on the 3 ball because I have to thin cut this 2 ball and go 2 rails back on the 3 in an effort to go 2 rails on the 3 to get on the 4. So, right from the start, I'm making things really hard on myself. So this is not originally where I want it to be on the 3. I want it to be here so I can just go 1 rail and get right on the 4 in order to get back on the 5. But I wound up here, so it's no big deal. I'm just going 2 rails and back on the 4. But I hit this 2 railer wrong and I came up short. And I wind up with this angle on the 4, making it really difficult to get right on the 5. And right on the 5 would mean an easy shot on the 5 to get back on the 6. So here's where I want to be on the 5. I wind up with this was a really difficult shot on the 5 to get on the 6. So it's just right from the start, it was a train wreck. And I just keep on trying to get back in line and shoot my way out of all this. And it's the hard way to play pool. I need to work on my position play if I want to take my game to the next level. I played that whole game nearly perfect until I shot the 8, and I wasn't in bad shape on the 8. I shot the 7 perfect and got perfect on the 8. It's just that I shot the 8 all wrong. Let's take a look at the 9, and let's assume that we're trying to get straight in. Everybody wants to be straight in on the 9. And you have the viable option of getting straight in on a 9 and it being no big deal to do it. So it's not like you're taking a chance trying to get straight in on a 9, so go ahead and try to. I tried to stun draw the cue ball back on the 9 ball from the 8 ball, and it was really just I just went brain dead, and it was really just a dumb idea. And if we take a look at the tangent line on the 8, not only do you have to bend this back a little bit, but you have to stun it all the way back up table to get straight in on the 9. That's too much work, especially when you have a natural angle with a little bit of top on the cue ball to go to the right hand side rail and naturally bounce out for the right position on the 9 ball. There's a lot of truly gifted pool players on my subscriber list, and these guys have a world of potential, and they have their shot making down, and their stroke is straight, and all their basics are right. I mean, the shot maker's ready to go, and he's ready to get out on the Pro Tour and play the US Open and everything else. It's your position play that's making him work way, way too hard. So take the time. I mean, give yourself a fair chance and work harder on your position play so you never have a hard shot. And at that, all that's left is to get your break working consistently. Peace, man. Thanks for tuning in.